Hey everyone, today I want to show you how to find new chord shapes and inversions with your triads using simple octave shapes. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with a C chord and we're going to do it right here with this small shape. It's essentially just the first three strings of your A shape bar chord. So that's going to be 5, 5, 3 on the G, the B, and the high E, like this. Now I have my ring finger playing the 5th fret of the G, my pinky playing the 5th fret of the B, and my index finger on the 3rd fret of the high E. Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the note that's on the top and we're going to drop it an octave below. So if you don't know that octave shape, if you want to look for an octave from the first string, it's going to be the 1st string, 3rd fret, and the 5th string of the D, 5th fret of the D string. So that's one of your octave shapes that you can use. You can move that around. Just like that. So we're going to use that concept and we're going to build chords off of that. So again, let's go back to our shape. 3rd fret of the E, 5th fret of the B, 5th fret of the G. Now we want the note on top to move an octave below. So the note that's on top goes to the bass. So right now we have a C major triad in root position, right? C, E, G. So we want the G to go on the bottom, giving us a C over G. Now all we have to do for that is take our index finger off, put our middle finger on the 5th fret of the D string, and that's a G over C. You'll notice that if you play an A shape C chord or a G shape C chord, right? It's just that little bar on the 5th fret. If that doesn't make sense, by the way, go to my previous video, check out the cage system shapes, just so you have some reference. Anyway, okay, so that's where we're at right now, G over C. Now the next thing we're going to do, because we have G, C, E, we want to bring that E on the top and put it in the bass. So it's going to look like this now. We're going to take the 5th fret that we had on the B string and we're going to put it on the 7th fret of the A string. That's going to be an octave below. That's our E. So here's what we do. We take our ring finger, we put it on the 7th fret of the A, and our index finger can do a little bar on the 5th fret of the D and the G. That's it right there. That's a C over E. So far we have a C major triad like this in root position. And when I say root position, what I mean is that the root is in the bass. The C is in the bass. So we have C, E, G. We have G, C, E. Now we have E, G, C. And there's only one more inversion possible. We're going to take the C that's on the top, put it in the bass. It's going to look just like your G-shaped chord. So the 5th fret that we have on the G right now on the top is going to drop down an octave below to the 8th fret of the low E. That's going to leave us with 8 on the low E, 7 on the A, and our index finger 5th fret on the D. So we have just like that. So that's a great way to find new chord shapes using inversions. This is something that really helped unlock the neck for me, and I love to share this tip with my students, especially with all of you as well. So we're going to do one more thing. We're going to do it with a different shape to start, but the same idea can be applied to minor chords. Doesn't matter what chords you use, this always works, of course, because we're just moving it around, right? We're taking the top note, moving it down. So let's do it with our G major chord. We're going to start here. Let's do it this way. Middle finger, 4th fret of the G. Index finger barred on the 3rd fret. Again, we're starting the first 3 strings. Perfect. So right now we have our root on the top, so this one looks a little bit different. Perfect. So we have a B, a D, and a G. Now what we want is for the G to be on the bottom. So again, same idea. We're going to take the 3rd fret and we're going to move it. We're going to move it down an octave. So that's going to leave us with 5, 4, 3. 5th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B. Perfect. So we start here. Great. Now we're going to go to another shape. By the way, this is right inside of your E-shaped G chord. All of this is. The next one looks like this. We're going to play the 5th fret on the A, 5th fret on the D, string. So now we have a G over D, we have a fifth in the bass. We started with the third in the bass. We move to the root in the bass, fifth in the bass. Great. And now we have one more, and this one looks kind of interesting. So we're going to move the fourth fret of the G to the seventh fret of the low E. It looks like this. Seventh fret of the low E with the ring finger. Index finger makes a small bar on the fifth fret of the A and the D. And that's our G over B. So we have our third in the bass again. So again, it's just an easy way to find new chord shapes, and instead of doing it in a linear way, which is a great way to do it as well, to be able to move them around, doing it this way you'll find a lot of shapes you may not have seen previously, and it's great for rhythm playing, but it's also great for lead playing as well, because you can find new arpeggios, new little lead melodic elements that you may not have seen before, and it does help sort of connect the patterns in the Cage system. So, I hope this video was helpful. Please subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.